Hi everyone, and welcome to Darlene's Creative Studio. I am going to be working on a journal challenge. I follow Nick the Booksmith on YouTube and Wendy's journaling adventure. And Nick has put out a journal challenge. And what it is, it's called the Deserted Island Challenge. And you're allowed to use 4 given pieces, which is a pair of scissors, thread and a needle, any kind of glue, and any kind of paper, as much as you want, but it has to be the same type of paper. So I'm going to be using tea stain paper. And then you're allowed 4 other choices, and I'm going to go with a small book cover, some distress ink and an applicator, some white fabric, and a 12 by 12 piece of white fabric, and a 12 by 12 piece of scrapbooking paper that is double-sided, so I can use both sides throughout the journal. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and collect all my papers, fold them, cut them to size with my handy dandy scissors, and put them all together. Then I will sew the signatures into the book, and then what I will do is once I get everything put together, I'll do a quick flip through and you'll be able to see what my finished product looks like. So here I go. Hi, and welcome back to Darlene's Creative Studio. I finished the journal for the Nick the Booksmith Desert Island Journal Challenge. The challenge was to start with 4 main pieces: scissors, needle and thread, glue, and I used tea stain paper. And then you're allowed to add 4 other elements. I added an old book, distress ink and an applicator, some white fabric, a 12-inch piece of white fabric, and a piece of scrapbooking paper that was 2-sided so I could use either side. So this is my finished journal. I used the fabric to make a little tie. And inside, this is from the other side of the cardstock. I used some of my tea stain paper just to make a little folded up page. This is tea stain paper. This is 2 pieces glued together, and then the top piece was folded down to make a nice little tuck spot. And then tags. Wendy's journal adventure, she showed us how to make the tags by just putting 3 pieces of tea stain paper together and gluing them so it's nice and sturdy. So we've got some tags there, and then this is from the scrapbooking paper, and then tea stain paper. This is from the other side of the scrapbooking paper. I made a little envelope out of tea stain paper and another tag. This is some scrap left over from the scrapbooking page. This is another little piece here. And this was, I had 2 little pieces left over, and this I had to use them somewhere, so this is where I've used them. And this piece of paper folds out so you can journal on it. Another little piece of scrap. This is another piece of the scrapbooking paper. Lots of tea stain paper, and then this is the back of the first signature. Another little pocket with another tag, and again it's just folded over. 2 pieces are glued together so that I could make a little pocket. This is the second signature, so this is the back of the scrapbooking paper. It actually had postcards and whatnot on it, so this is the strip from there. Another tag, another little tab, and made another little tiny envelope that you could stick something in there. Another piece of the scrapbooking paper. And this is a nice little tuck spot. Another scrap there. And these are all hand sewn in. Another piece of fold out paper. This is again another little scrap. That was the last piece I had left over. This is a little half page. Another scrapbooking paper. And the last back of the signature with another tag in it, as well as another tuck spot there and another piece of paper. I used the scrapbooking paper for the inside cover, and the only piece of fabric that I cut out of my piece of fabric other than the straps was for the binding to sew it into the book. So that is my little journal. that I made for the Desert Island Journal Challenge. And I used all 4 components. I found it really hard just using scissors. I wanted to be able to cut my papers and everything, so it took a little finagling to get all the papers nice and straight and right on to fit the book. But it worked. It was a lot of fun. Thanks, Nick and Wendy, for your ideas, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.